He thought we would never find out. He thought no one would ever know. And then we just jokingly stumbled upon this whole operation. Wow. He's helping rats take over the world.
One dog food treat at a time. Hey everybody, welcome to Fess Up, the show where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions.
And incorrect syllable placement.
I like to put the emphasis where the syllable wants it, and it's said in the wrong spot today. Okay, that's right, we're breaking the ice with a sledgehammer!
Kabam.
I'm gonna sneeze.
All right, everybody, I'm Ina, and I'm shaking it up.
Oh my god, did that really just happen?
You took over the fact that I was about to sneeze. I announced the sneeze, and then you just jumped on.
She took advantage of you.
My sneeze got scared of you. It said we're just gonna turn into a nose run. Suck it up, fam. We ain't coming.
I decided I wanted to be first today.
Okay, guess we're going backwards order.
I'm Marissa, and I am appalled at this change in order, even though I'm in the same spot.
I'm Amy, and I have a superiority complex, so this is really upsetting to me. I came first, I should say my name first. This is prejudiced somehow.
Nah.
Oh. Well, I'm still salty. Here's our first. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do a first question because I want everybody to know that I did, in fact, solve the mystery of episode 18, I believe, where I was talking about this movie that had this crazy guy. He wasn't really crazy, but he was like crazy awesome and interesting, who knew all these different alternate universes, and he was constantly like, I'm great unless this is the universe in which somebody forgets to pick up their fork, and then I'm really bad. I'm very, very bad. And that was like the whole thing he did throughout the whole movie. I know what movie it is now. I scoured the internet. I tried to figure out what... Oops. I tried to figure out... Ow. Oh my god, Amy, what the fuck? Okay.
The world just collapsed on top of her. Her whole apartment caved in.
I had to just put my phone in a different spot. Okay. Because I dropped my phone, then I came up and bonked my head. It was a whole thing.
You Rafiki'd yourself.
I Rafiki'd myself. Okay.
It's in the past.
I've really ADD'd this intro up. Anyway, let me phone it in. Concentrate.
Phone it in, but you dropped your phone.
God damn it. Okay. Let me. I'm getting to the point for all of our dear listeners. Okay.
Chaos.
The chaos has ebbed and flowed, and now we got the real thing. Okay,
what was the movie?
So, episode 18, we talked about the guy, the alternate universe guy, and I looked it up, and the movie is Men in Black 3. So for all of you who had bated breath or were scouring the internet for the movie, it was Men in Black 3, so I was really close. I guessed Men in Black 2 in the episode. It was, in fact, Men in Black 3, and the character's name was, I believe, Mel? He was like some guy who was brought along to help on whatever mission it was. And the scene that, I think there are a couple scenes I was thinking of that I kind of merged into one, but the one that I was really thinking of was like the very end of the movie. Tommy Lee Jones's character leaves the diner without giving a tip, and the guy... Just as the guy is saying, this is my favorite timeline in human history, unless this is the universe where Kay forgot to leave a tip. And then it's like this dramatic close-up of his face followed by a dramatic close-up of like space where this meteor is coming towards Earth. And then Kay runs back in and is like, I almost forgot, and leaves the tip and then walks out again. And then Mel goes, phew! And you see up in the sky, the meteor is hit by a satellite and explodes before it gets to Earth.
Oh, good.
But like stuff like that happened the whole movie, and I just remember it was just so interesting to me, this character who was just constantly like the most anxious, paranoid mess when it came to like the tiniest little details. He was just ready for that butterfly effect.
Thank you a million times over for that, because I haven't gotten a wink of sleep.
I know.
Not knowing what movie it was for sure. It's been like 4 weeks since we recorded that, and I've been awake solidly the whole time.
You could carry so many groceries in the bags under your eyes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. It's as if Freddy Krueger were in your dreams or something, but it was really just, who is this man that Amy spoke of in this episode?
I need to know.
I must know. All right, guys.
All right.
So the first question, it's from a Fess Up fan named Oren, who asks, which song slaps more, Jet by Wings or Hey Hey My by Neil Young? And before we get into this question, I just want to say I feel like this could be a new segment for us called Judge My Music Tastes.
Judge my taste. It doesn't even have to just be music. We could do anything.
That's fair. Judge my taste.
Tell me your favorite foods and I'll tell you which one's better.
Your favorite painting, if you're a refined Renaissance man.
Yes. So judge my taste, a new Fess Up segment starting now. We listened to both of these songs before recording this episode.
Because I did not know them.
Me either.
I did not know them. I don't listen to like
Oldies.
old dad rock.
Old dad rock.
The only person I've ever heard talk about Neil Young has been ancient to me. But not that ancient. Just like a medium ancient, you know?
Medium ancient.
Yeah.
Like medium rare.
Yes.
Yeah, like medium rare. The medium rare human, where we are raw.
To be honest, the only Neil Young song I know is Harvest Moon. And
What?
that was played over and over and over for me that now I hate it.
Yes.
I low-key like it now, you guys.
What? You're
Yeah.
betraying us!
No, it's a good one.
We have an uncle that played that song a lot.
And he sang very badly to it, which
Yes,
really
yes, he
ruined
did.
the experience.
He's somehow poisoned you or something. Like you've been infected with the bug, and now you like this song. That's the only symptom. It's like when you get Lyme disease and you can't eat beef, except it's the opposite.
What? Is this a real thing? Did you just make that up or is that real?
I've heard that it's real. That like
That's the
Lyme,
craziest.
at least some kinds of Lyme disease. Like if you get bit by a tick and you get this disease, you can't handle beef anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's
It-
the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I've always been afraid of being eaten by a tick now.
Just because of the beef?
Yeah, I love beef. Ina would be fine. Ina would be like, oh, whatever, but I would absolutely shit myself. Probably because I would eat the beef anyway. Oh, that one wasn't a hit. Okay.
There, you can edit that laugh in where you wanted it.
Thank you. So, between these two songs, obviously the only one that slaps is Jet by Wings.
Yes.
Hey Hey My made me feel as though I was being serenaded by Eeyore.
It was sadness. It was like funeral music.
And I just want you to know, when you're saying that something slaps, I'm going to educate you. When something slaps, it means
It's a bop.
It's a bop, yes. It is something upbeat, something you can dance to, something that brings you joy and energy whenever you listen to it. And that one made me want to go back to bed. So, Jet by Wings is the only correct answer.
It was a great bop.
It was a bop. I actually did enjoy it. I did not like the transistor radio effect, even though YouTube, the top comment on the YouTube video that I watched, said, my favorite part is the transistor radio effect over Paul McCartney's voice. And I was like, nah, that bugged me. But it was still a bop. I liked it.
I really liked the musical intro, like the instrumental part.
Yeah.
It really got me in the mood.
It made me want to go on a trip. I want to go on a trip on a jet. Though it's called Jet by Wings, so it makes me wonder if Icarus wrote it. And so he's actually using his wings to jet off into the sun like an idiot. And we know how that ends.
Or maybe his wings have already melted off and that's why he needs a jet. 'Cause he
He's
can't
like,
fly
I
anymore."
can't wait to fly again.
But okay, to be honest, my overriding thought while listening to Jet is there a girl out there named Jet? Like, that's the coolest name ever for a woman.
Was it written for Joan Jett?
I have never heard of a woman's first name or even nickname being Jet, and I want that in my life now.
Yeah, I knew a guy named Jet once.
Well, that makes more sense, because it feels more inherently masculine, but I like it.
I honestly love girls with boy names. I think that's super fun. I know a girl named Zach.
Gender bend it.
Her name is Zach, and I think it's fabulous.
What would the long name of Jet be?
Jetna.
Jetta?
Oh, Jetta.
Oh, Jetta.
Jetta makes way
That's
more
actually
sense.
perfect.
Isn't that a cool name too?
I was here ready to be like Jetteroni and cheese. Like, I did not have an answer. Jeddah is a really cool name. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I've never met a Jeddah either, but now I want to.
We gotta make the Jeddah, guys. We gotta make her.
Name your next child Jeddah, listeners.
Yes, and then let us meet her.
Yes.
Okay, so that we could say we met a Jeddah. That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so to answer this question, which song slaps more? It's Jet by Wings. Was there really any other choice here? No. So everybody listening to this, send in your questions of which one is better, and we will answer them. What did I call this segment?
Judge my taste.
We will judge your taste. We're good at judging, and we like to taste things.
Especially
That
this
was-
Jeddaronian cheese.
Real bad audio, but yes, the Cheddaronian cheese.
It was an ASMR nightmare.
I bet Jettaronian cheese would taste delicious.
I don't know. It would probably taste a little gasoline-y.
What? Oh, yeah, you're right.
I bet it would be like that green macaroni and cheese that Dad always used to tell me was spoiled, but he said you have to eat it anyway, and it tasted delicious, but I was always scared I was gonna get sick.
Wasn't that like the Shrek one or something? They did like some Shrek promotion or whatever.
I think so.
Probably, but
It was a promotion. I don't know if it was Shrek or not, but I totally remember that mac and cheese. Why did they do that? Green is not appealing for a food. Unless it's like a vegetable, but even then people don't like vegetables. They just eat them because they have
what
to.
about
So like,
mint stuff, Amy?
fine. But it was not like a mint green though. It was kind of
No.
a sickly looking
It
green.
was like
It was
a
like
poop
booger green.
It was.
Yeah.
It certainly looked rotten.
And they always did it with like fun-shaped noodles, though. It wasn't like regular noodles. It was like noodles shaped like characters and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It was really something. What a throwback.
I just Googled it, and there are no images online in my initial Googling, so I need...
The world has tried to forget.
Is it a figment of our imaginations? Was
is not.
actually rotten? Did
No.
Dad actually give us rotten mac and cheese? And
It was
pretend-
it was poisoned, and the poison was supposed to make us like Harvest Moon, and it only worked on me.
The poison was for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
A llama? He's supposed to be dead!
But now he's a llama and he likes Neil Young's Harvest Moon. All right, guys.
Yes.
So I did not mean for the first question to turn into a new bit, but it did. My next question was a bit. Do we want to do the bit?
Yes.
I love a bit.
We love a bit. This one is a
you.
new
Oh my
bit.
goodness, wait, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just have to take a moment aside to acknowledge that I begged Ina not to do her annoying bit thing anymore, and she listened, you guys.
I did.
My heart be
I
still
did it
my
for
beating
you.
heart.
I really had to fight back the extra bits.
Was it for us, or was it for Marissa, or was it for the listeners at home?
I mean, it was because you threatened me last time. I'm scared for my life.
We were very angry.
It's just a couple bits. It's funny, but you forget the rule of 3 when you start saying bit somehow, Ina. So then the rule of 3 goes out the window and it turns into the rule of 3,000.
What can I say? I was chomping at the bit.
I hate this one more, maybe.
And now we're mad at you again.
Yeah, right.
Listeners, if this is the last time I appear on this podcast, it's because I've been murdered.
Shit, we can't murder her now. I could edit it.
Yeah.
So, guys, this next bit, it's a new bit that I'm very excited about. It's called Craigslist Craziness. A little backstory as I pull up all my Craigslist things. I worked a job one time where everybody was like way older than me, so I couldn't really connect, but they kind of connected with me on looking up Craigslist things just for fun. So we'd look up the free section on Craigslist and laugh at all the weird things there. Like there was 12 issues of Ferret magazine, which no longer is in print, and it was very weird. And we were like, what is Ferret magazine?
Ferret magazine.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've kind of, every once in a while when I'm bored and sad, I'll go look on Craigslist at the missed connections, I'll go look at lost and found, I'll look at the free stuff, I'll look at pretty much any weird part of Craigslist I can find to see what people have written, because people are funky on Craigslist, and I love it. So I found 3 funny things. I'm going to start with a missed connection, all right? The title is, Marry a TBS Marathon of Star Wars Ruined by You. in Midtown East.
That is very weird.
You have to pick out where you are. So Midtown East is where they were.
No, that's not the weird part.
Well, just wait till I get into the body of this. Marry my princess. We were on the road to marriage and suddenly you ended it in a flash, ... Cheating! How odd it was that watching Star Wars, I felt my life was complete with you, and then it went to S ###, which I'm assuming is shit. You were my princess, ... And that is it.
That's not even a missed connection. That's
I
just
know.
roasting someone online.
Exactly! What do you think Mary fucking did? What? Because if I'm being real, the way that this person has written about Mary, calling her like my princess and watching Star Wars with you, whatever, like I love Star Wars, but the whole thing feels cringy.
This guy sounds like a quote-unquote nice guy who wears the fedora.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. He's
Milady,
definitely...
my princess. And so I'm out here like, I kind of don't blame Mary. I think I don't condone cheating, but I support her moving on from you.
Yeah.
I think you're a little weirdo.
Well, also, the way he's whining, it feels like he might not even be talking about cheating on him. Like, she could have been cheating at
a board game.
Yeah, like they were playing Battleship, and she took a little peek when she was like, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom," and like looked at his stuff. Like,
classic.
This guy, he's not mature. I think it really could have been a game.
It could be, and he brings up Star Wars a lot, so was she cheating by, like, she got kind of bored of one of the slow parts of one of the movies, so she, like, looked up the ending.
And then
he's like, I was
it?
trying, yes, and he's like, I was trying to show you them for the first time, and she's like, it's not your first time, though, so why should I care?
And he's like, that's cheating.
She's like, I don't know, I just kind of want to know if Luke dies at the end, I'm a little scared.
What if it was his first time watching Star Wars, and that's how she ruined it for him?
She was like, oh yeah, this is the part where he finds out that Darth Vader's his dad, and he's like, what?
Yeah, because like somehow he's lived under a rock this whole time, and he's shook.
Well, he knows that, like, Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father, but he thought that it was, like, a special episode of Maury or something. He didn't realize that it was the actual film.
He thought it was just from, like, spoofs.
Yeah, he's like, no one would ever have a family drama.
Families aren't dramatic.
No!
What? I've never heard of a dramatic family at all.
Yeah, not us.
No.
So then I have another one.
Sure.
This one is what I like to call the Potato Saga.
Oh.
This was in Lost and Found in Belmar. Okay, so it's Lost and Found in Belmar.
Okay.
And there are two different things that go hand in hand, but I'm going to start with the one that I saw first that came chronologically second. All right.
Okay.
The title is Lost Potato, and the meat of the thing is russet potato. It was a gift from my future wife. If she finds out I lost it, I'm toast. It's somewhere between Bar A and the Parkway. It's not the one that's listed in the found section. I looked at it. That one is not a russet. I'm not even sure that one is actually a potato. It looks like it came from a large dog. I lost my fiance's potato. It has sentimental value. If you found it, please do the right thing.
This is the craziest story I've ever heard. If she finds out I lost her russet potato, I am toast.
I want to know why did she gift him a potato? What was special about the potato that she had to gift it to her fiance and she'd care if he lost it?
She just highly values russets.
Maybe it was one of those, weird foods that looked like a person, So like, ooh, hey, this looks like your great-grandpappy Steve.
Yeah, she paid like $1,000.
So he can't just go to the supermarket and buy another potato to replace it?
Right, exactly, because this one looked like great-grandpappy Steve.
She paid $1,000 for one that looked like the exact scene when Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his father.
The thing is, I wish he'd told me that, because that would really help me in identifying his lost potato. I would like to speak on this a little bit more, but before we get too carried away, I do want to talk about the follow-up that he references in this ad, because I was so excited about this Potato Saga, I had to find out what potato he was talking about. So, a potato in West Belmar. He was from Belmar. This is West Belmar, which could be the same. I don't know. I don't live in, I think, Jersey. It has a picture, and I will dictate this picture to you all. I will also send it to you at the end of this, but I'll dictate this picture for our audience. It is a picture of a street, and in the gutter of the street is a potato sitting on the ground, belly up, and...
Which side of the potato is the belly, Amy?
You'll know when I send you this picture. It's belly up. It's just got the... It's like dark on the back, but light where the sun hits it. So it's definitely belly up. I just want to say, as someone who works at a grocery store, by all intents and purposes, I would consider this a russet potato. Now on to the meat of it. Light brown potato found near curb in westbound lane of Belmar Boulevard, just east of Route 35. It appears to be a Maine potato, but it could be an Idaho. That's not how you classify potatoes, sir. If this is your potato, please come for it soon. I will keep it for a few days, but then I will have to let a local shelter take it. Probably Kelly's, but maybe the Princess. I don't have any sour cream or butter. Update. Didn't know the Lost and Found was a dating app, now I know. Some of y'all are very creepy. Stay away from the produce. My spouse has determined this potato will be go in our worm farm for deep recycling. If the potato was yours, please know I tried.
And I love that the first guy is such a potato snob.
I know.
He's like, I don't even think it was a potato. I think it was a pile of dog shit.
I would like you all to take a look at this potato now. I have sent to our messenger the potato image.
We will post on Instagram this image for our listeners. It is in the gutter.
It's in the gutter, and tell me it's not belly up. Look at that thing.
I mean, you're the potato expert, I guess, since you work in a grocery store, so I guess you've learned more about potato anatomy than I have, but that could be side up. That could be its ass.
No, it's not side up.
I don't know.
Potatoes typically have a curve like a cashew, just a little bit though, not as extreme as a cashew. And I always consider the round part the back, and this is definitely curving towards the sun. The sides are like not as big as the front or back of a potato. Anyway,
you're the expert.
Is that not a russet? That is a russet to me, folks.
Here's the thing. I don't work at a grocery store. I don't know the potatoes. I didn't realize that there were many varieties.
I can tell you the difference between a potato and a salt potato, and that's my extensive knowledge of potatoes, and most people probably don't even know what a salt potato is because that's an upstate New York thing.
Okay, well, that you have proven to not be interesting with your lack of potato knowledge, but I will tell you all.
I googled a russet potato.
Yes.
And it does indeed look like that potato. But it also looks like an inferior potato. Like, I've seen better than this russet.
Well, it's been dropped on the ground, I think.
Okay, but I think the really important thing here is the dating aspect of the potatoes. Like, is in West Belmar or Belmar or whatever, is it a ritual to give your spouse a potato? Like,
it has to be.
Like, is it like when penguins give the other penguin a rock and they keep it and treasure it forever?
Actually, I think you're onto something. Because there's no other way that someone would care so much about a potato, but this is not my culture.
Here's the thing. I'm looking up different potato varieties now, and there's one that I find very valuable.
What?
I would like someone to give it to me. It's called like a... How do I pronounce that?
Is it Murasaki?
No.
Oh, that's a purple sweet potato.
Oh.
It's like a dark blue. It's called Vitellati, also called Vitellati Noir.
Because we at work get Murasaki potatoes that are purple Japanese sweet potatoes.
Well, these are not that, but they are similar.
All right.
You know, if someone was going to give me a gift of a potato, I think, since I'm looking up potatoes now as well, that I would like a nice Laura potato. They're red, funky, but they still seem like they'd probably taste pretty good.
I want to say that I think all three of these are in an extended cinematic universe, because I don't know if you noticed, the second post says that I'll keep it for a few days, but then I'll have to let a local shelter take it, probably Kelly's, but maybe the Princess. You know who the Princess is? Mary. So perhaps this man is like, if you don't get it, Mary gets it. And Mary's a cheater at Star Wars, so you better take
She
it.
ruined Star Wars for that guy.
And then his wife found out he was going to give it to Mary, and she was like, you know Mary's going to get the wrong idea. We're burying it in the backyard for the worms.
And he's like, oh, I didn't know this was a dating app. Some of y'all are very creepy, Mary.
He's the out-of-towner, and his spouse is, she's the local Belmarian. So she knows about the potato thing, and he had no clue what he was getting into.
I've just found the best potato, you guys.
Did you really? What is it?
It's called the King Edward potato, and it's like golden.
Oh.
Everyone, I've just decided that's the best potato. I am not basing this on taste.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You said that, and I thought of Prince Albert, the piercing. And I was like, what are we talking about?
No, not that.
There's a lot of different potatoes. I really didn't realize that. And
They are rich in variety.
Yeah. So now you know how valuable potatoes are. I hope you've learned a thing today. That was Craigslist Craziness.
And please gift your fiance a potato, but don't you dare lose a potato that your fiance has given to you.
it doesn't matter.
You will be toast.
You will be toast. She'll kill ya. But they won't have butter on the plus side. That was a reference to the second one, in which the man literally said, I don't have butter or sour cream.
But it's also Ina's worst nightmare.
That it really is.
That is true.
I love sour cream, but I love butter. So it would really be a nightmare. My life would be ended if I didn't have any access to butter.
That's fair.
I need it to be at least within my vicinity, you know, like, I have to be about 6 feet away from butter at all times,
Like spiders.
Yeah.
That's how you get your power, is from siphoning off the energy of the
I'm
butter.
Butter Lady. That is my superhero name, and my power
You
is...
keep at least 8 little restaurant containers of butter
Right.
in your purse at all times.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
My power is I can spread myself too thin.
I feel thin like butter spread over too much bread.
That is hilarious. Oh, that might be the best joke of the episode. We could probably go home now, I think.
That's it.
That's it. We finished. Just kidding. This is where our ads would go if we had any, but no ad can follow what Ina just said. So we're going to just move on to a new question.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win in a fight?
Me.
Probiotics or antibiotics?
Oh, now this, I cannot comment this with a true scientific standpoint, but I'm gonna try, because, like, I'm just being honest here. Probiotics, that's like, doesn't that help you, like, grow, like, gut bacteria?
Yes.
And then antibiotics get rid of bacteria.
Yes.
Yeah.
So does the growing win or does the taking away win?
I think the taking away wins, probably, because you can probably take away easier than you can grow.
I think the growing wins.
Here's the thing. I think that if antibiotics
Yes.
are anywhere near as effective as Purell,
Oh.
which is like 99% effective, it's gonna be killing all but 1% of that bacteria, whether it's good or bad bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I think antibiotics might do too good a job and just really destroy all those good biotics that have been proed.
Well, I'm going to come at it from the angle where antibiotics, if you're going to do this experiment in your home, you are not going to be able to afford as many antibiotics as you are probiotics. Because antibiotics are, I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head, but more money than like a $1 yogurt, which has the probiotics in
you
it.
could just have a whole lot of yogurt.
I feel like if you, like, Jamie Lee Curtis this shit and just get a whole bunch of Activia, and
Activia.
if you just start going to town on your fucking Activia, and then you look over at your like, I don't know antibiotic names, but your UTI medicine, and you're like, let's go, and then you start doing that, then I think that you're gonna win based on just the sheer amount of Activia you can purchase compared to how many UTI medicines you're allowed to have at once.
Fair. That is fair.
Okay, but if you had the same amount, like if you had one Activia and one UTI med, which one would win?
Well, for me, the Activia, because I can't fucking stop getting UTI, so clearly antibiotics aren't working.
And you want the whole world to know that.
Oh, it's pretty well advertised at this point.
I mean, here's the thing. I think most female listeners are going to relate.
Yeah.
I mean, UTI medicine sucks ass and needs to be improved.
Yeah, and then you get a yeast infection afterwards anyway.
Right?
Like, you've made my problems worse, antibiotics.
Yeah.
I want to give one more point, okay? So, antibiotics, they're antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
They know their biotics, and they get rid of them. But probiotics, they're professionals.
They're pros.
They're pros. I rest my case. You didn't like that joke either? What the hell? That was a great one. I was so excited because I held on to it for the entire question. I was so ready for my professional biotics, and you are not laughing. I don't understand.
Sorry. You can move the laugh again.
Okay, but I'm freaking out under it. Okay, fine. Guess what, guys?
What?
It's time for... What two are you?
Ooh.
Guys, what two Muppets are you?
Amy's Miss Piggy. Amy's Miss Piggy. Amy is Miss Piggy.
Amy is so Miss Piggy.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Like, I feel like the listeners at this point, like, they already know.
She's so Miss Piggy, she almost doesn't need a second one. Like, we'll
Right.
give her one, but...
The listeners, if you don't get it, like, I feel like we shouldn't have to explain this, but we will.
Oh,
So-
God, you're so right. You can do it quick. Just like a bullet point list, because they get it.
Self-centered,
Yeah.
pink blonde,
Absolutely, yes.
very loves the spotlight, fashionable.
Very loves the spotlight. Huh.
Very loves the spotlight.
What a sentence. What a sentence.
Fashionable, a bit overbearing, but also everybody loves her, and, you know, she's like pretty much everybody's, you know, top, in everybody's like top 3 Muppets for sure. You know, she's just great.
I'm glad you think I'm fashionable.
I mean, I see your Instagram.
I'm just excited about it. I never thought it was fashionable before.
Well, there you go.
Though if I'm fashionable in the way Miss Piggy's fashionable, perhaps I'm not actually fashionable.
What do you mean Miss Piggy's amazing?
That's an insult to Miss Piggy. She wears some fabulous items.
How dare you insult Miss Piggy and yourself in the same sentence?
It's gonna be so hard for me to hold back on shouting out the next thing that Amy is.
Oh, God.
Because it's so obvious and visceral.
Well,
I feel like with that endorsement, you have to just do it.
just do it.
Pepe the King Prawn. She is Pepe the King Prawn.
I am Pepe!
He's crazy. He's funny. He's hyper. He has this very strange pizzazz to him. It's kind of almost like flirtatious, but like, you know, Muppets. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But it's a little flirtatious.
He also likes to make weird noises like I do, like, hey.
Yes. And he looks a lot like the Men in Black aliens, which has nothing to do with Amy, but it has to do with the beginning of this episode.
That's fair. Okay. Strange roundabout callback. I like it.
It's just something I can't mention Pepe without thinking about those weird Men in Black aliens.
That's
They
fair.
look very similar.
If they did it like a Men in Black remake of, or no, like a Muppets remake of Men in Black, he would be all of those weird little aliens.
Yes.
And he'd be just like
He has to be.
sitting there with like a 5 o'clock shadow drinking milk with his feet on the table.
Okay, oh, wait. Why do I need this in my life now? Like, I need a Men in Black Muppets.
God,
This has
I
to
want to
happen.
cast the fucking Muppets as Men in Black right now.
Oh my god, it would be so good.
Sam Eagle is Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes, Sam Eagle as Kay.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Who would be Will Smith?
Well, there's always one human in the Muppets movies.
But are you sure the human wouldn't be the one who's like secretly an alien in disguise?
You're right. That's
the whole
true.
time? And then they pull off their head at the end and they're actually like Miss Piggy in there?
You're right.
Yes.
Would it be Kermit who's Will Smith then?
No.
A Kermit Fozzie Bear.
I feel like they would try to do that, but it shouldn't be.
Right.
I can't think of another character that Kermit would be, though.
You mean Will Smith?
You're right. That Will Smith would be.
You know what?
Yeah,
They would
Nobody
make him
fits him
Kermit.
right.
Yeah, Will Smith's vibes are not a Muppet vibe. Not in that movie, at least.
Yeah.
But Tommy Lee Jones, Sam Eagle, I rest my case.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, so, Marissa is Ralph the dog.
Wolf the dog, yes.
Goofy for sure. Burst into song. Thing. I mean, okay. It's mainly because I can't get... Marissa, can you please do it? You know.
You and I enjoyed went strolling through the park one day.
Yep.
And then you held my hand as if to say, I love you. We came to a brook and George fell in and drowned himself and floated out to sea, leaving you alone with me.
Okay, so she's Ralph the dog.
I sing that all the time.
She does sing that
She
all the
does
time.
have the deepest voice.
She
of
has
us.
a deep voice. She's got that kind of like a hilarious sense of humor, surprise ending kind of thing going on, and also like, just like she kind of has a dark sense of humor a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But also, she loves dogs, and he's a dog. And he's just silly, and so is she. I mean, all the Muppets are silly, but he's got a similar silly vibe to Marissa's silly vibe.
He's adorable.
You want to know who else Marissa is?
Yes.
Marissa is also Gonzo.
The worst part is I can't even, like, you've said it and now I can't deny it.
I know you wanted to be the Swedish chef, but you're Gonzo.
I know I'm not the Swedish chef. I just love him.
No, you're not, because you don't like to cook.
I hate cooking.
Fair. That is fair. Yeah, so Gonzo, because he's silly and he's loud and he's a little zany and he kind of just does his own thing. He is always the one to do something absolutely out of left field.
Crazy.
And he's clumsy as all hell.
Oh, yeah. He's not afraid to try things, though.
Not afraid to try things. Yeah, so he's like very wackadoo and Marissa's very wackadoo.
And we both have a penis for a nose.
Yeah, Marissa's does have that dick and balls kind of nose. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I must because you also said I was Squidward, so there's a penis nose theme happening here.
Penis face. Marissa has a penis face.
Oh, no.
Wow. We've got a new theme song, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Ina is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
He's
It's
like,
because I have glasses.
No,
No.
but that's just added.
he's like wholesome and intelligent.
He's like the straight man character in
Yes.
the zany Muppets world, but he's also soft-spoken and
Cute.
very positive. He's very cute. You just want to pinch his little cheekies. He does
is
have
yellow.
glasses and he's yellow. You know, here's the thing. I think that the opposite side of Ina is Beaker. So
I
like
was gonna say
she's
she's Beaker.
She's both Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Like
She's both of them at once.
Meep.
when she has like her anxieties going off, she becomes Beaker, and when she's not, she's Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yes, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, her confident side. Beaker, her anxious side.
She does say meep a lot and other like weird
She
tiny
does.
squeaky noises.
Here's the thing. Beaker, super cute, super scared,
Yes.
super silly.
Mm-hmm.
And he sings a lot. Because they like to do covers, him doing covers of songs with his meeps.
The Muppets was the original Glee. Just gotta
Yeah.
say it.
That's true.
And they're the superior Glee also.
And the superior SNL.
The superior SNL, yes. So guys, we made it to the end in probably record time. Amy is Miss Piggy and Pepe, the King Prawn. Marissa is Rolf and Gonzo, and Ina is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. Wow, that was so satisfactory. I'm obsessed, actually.
Satisfying.
Yes. Also,
no, I have Putty climbing on my lap.
Oh.
Wow, actually, that's the perfect segue into this next question.
Yeah?
Why is there no mouse-flavored cat food?
Putty, I must ask you, why is there no mouse-flavored cat food? He says, I don't know, I think that would be pretty nice. Here's the thing. In order to make flavoring, they kind of have to use that animal, I'm fairly certain. And I don't think they're about to make like a mouse farm just for cat food.
And they, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I feel like in order to know that something tastes like something, they have to have human taste testers, and I don't think most people will be willing to attest that it tastes like mouse.
No, that's true.
They don't have humans taste test animal food. They just put the animal in there and just assume that it's good enough.
I don't
No, they have
know.
to.
They are like, this tastes exactly like beef. How would they know that?
They would know unless somebody had to take one for the team.
Oh my god!
Somebody's job. That's somebody's job, guaranteed.
If they are not a millionaire, I will be disappointed in their life choices.
I know. Move over, Bill Gates. Your money needs to be donated to these pet food taste testers.
I mean,
It's just like the top 3 millionaires in the world, and you're just like, who is Jeffrey Young? I don't know what Jeffrey Young. And then you look him up and he's like the #1 taste tester in all of Purina. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like if I was, I mean, I don't want anyone to have $1 billion. I don't think billionaires should exist. But if there's one person I think should have $1 billion, it would be a taste tester for pet food.
Probably Meow Mix. Their taste tester, I would think, should have the most money. Because people say shitty things about Meow Mix and how it's not good. And so if it's not good, they should have the most. Probably put that in their mouth too.
Oh my god.
Does Putty have a response?
No, I googled it.
Oh, okay.
It does exist.
I knew it had to.
It does exist.
I mean, because it's not like you
Speak more
can't.
words to me.
I mean, I don't have more information. I'd have to like read into it, but like all I know is these people 100% exist and they taste pet food.
I mean, it's not like pet food is inedible for humans. It's just not what we want to be eating.
I mean, it tastes foul, but maybe they grow a liking for
They
it.
probably do. There is, I did once see an episode, my roommate liked to watch My Strange Addictions, and there was one episode where this lady was addicted to eating cat food.
I have eaten dog food.
Oh my.
Have you?
Yeah, and so has Marissa. When we were kids,
I do remember this actually.
No!
we used to go to the basement and go to Lady's, our family pet dog at the time, her hard dog food that we kept in the basement. We go down there, we'd giggle about it, we'd pull out a few pieces and dare each other to eat it. And I think we both secretly liked it because we kept doing it.
My God.
There was like multiple occasions.
I had no idea.
I remember it actually being kind of salty. And I didn't hate it as much as I hated most of the food that I was cooked as a child.
I remember hiding in a cupboard because it was like the cupboard where the pet food was upstairs, and I tried a dog treat.
Oh.
You too. I've never.
Because it was like
What?
bacon flavored dog treat. I'll tell you what, it did not taste like bacon.
Yeah, they don't smell like bacon, really.
No. They don't even truly look like it.
So I just want to say I looked up the pet food taste tester also, and one of the first articles has just a hilarious photo of a line of old white men like biting into what looks like a dog treat,
Oh, no.
as if they were like a wine sommelier. They're like, they all have this contemplative look on their face. And I just
It doesn't have the right tannins.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not here. I'm sending this to you now. All right, it's sent. You should have this.
Another picture we'll put up on Insta for you guys.
I'm just gonna have a whole slideshow.
Episode 20 slideshow.
It is a landmark episode. It's number 20. Look at them. That third man is so into it. He's got this red face. It's like partway in his mouth. They are going ham noshing on these pet treats.
They all look dead in the eyes.
It's because it's not good. They have to.
That's a requirement for their job.
Also, have you ever seen a wine sommelier? Like, they don't look like they're enjoying it all that much. They just look like they want to be better than you and smarter than you. And so that's why they look upset.
Because wine is not that good. Did you know that they've done a lot of experiments with supposedly acclaimed wine tasters and like put wine that was a different wine in a bottle that has, and they can't identify it. Like these famous people, they can't tell the difference between like cheap wine and fancy wine when it's in a different bottle.
I'll tell you what, I bet these pet food taste testers would be able to tell.
Well, that's probably true. I feel like pet food has a wider variety of tastes than wine actually does.
Apparently, there is one pet food tester that is apparently famous. I've never heard of them, so I feel like they must be like an E-list celebrity, but their name is Simon Allison.
Well, there you go.
He has 2 first names for a name.
He does.
Simon Allison.
Also, the most devastating thing I've ever read. The average salary for a pet food taste tester
Oh no.
is only $40K a year.
What?
That is poverty.
Oh my god.
And they taste dog food for a living.
They must be paid more.
Pay more to the dog
is
food
horrible
tasters.
They deserve it. They really take one for the team.
There should be riots in the street over this.
Who is the Meow Mix, or Purina probably? Who is the Purina CEO?
Yeah, let's get them on the phone right now. This should be taken up with the president.
Joseph R. Sivewright, the CEO of Purina. Fix your shit. Fix your shit, Joseph R. Sivewright.
Pay them.
If all of our listeners and us write him a letter, he'll get about 100 letters.
He has the smuggest look on his face, and he looks like he one is reincarnated from a rat, but also he and just look at his face, you know. But he also looks like
You gotta say that now too.
he looks like
We'll
he's
put on
so,
Instagram the face of a rat.
so mischievous. Like I know.
Looked like he was a rat.
He knows of his crimes.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He's like, I make people eat dog food for pennies.
Oh, gosh.
And he thinks it's fine because he used to do that when he was a rat in his last life.
Right. He's like, I
And
remember being a
that's
rat, and I
why
loved that
They
crap.
don't make mouse-flavored things because he was basically a mouse and he finds
Oh,
that
shit.
insulting.
You're absolutely right.
He's like, I cannot murder my brethren this way.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Wow.
Rat-spiracy.
We've uncovered it.
Wow,
Honestly,
we've blown the
looking
lid
at
off
him-
this whole operation.
Wow. He thought we would never find out. He thought no one would ever know. And then we just jokingly stumbled upon this whole operation. Wow. He's helping rats take over the world.
One dog food treat at a time. Wow. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. This is
New
some
conspiracies out
big
here.
shit right now.
You guys are witnessing history as we uncover this.
Well, I would like to pivot to another question that has a
Okay.
lot to do with this one that we just talked about.
Okay.
Good.
If you are what you eat, should Pinocchio have eaten children?
Okay, for one side note before we get serious about this. For some reason, the way you asked that, I thought for a second that you meant, like, should he have done that? Should he have eaten all those children? Like, I don't know that he should have done that. Like, as if he did. Like, I don't think he should have eaten all those children.
The Grimm brothers version of Pinocchio.
Exactly. I just want to say that I love how you prefaced that with before we get serious about it, as if we're going to be serious about this question
I'm
in the
serious.
slightest.
Oh,
This
I'm
is a
100%
very important
serious.
question.
This means a lot to me.
Yes, he should have eaten children. That is, I'm gonna, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
should have. And
logically,
if
yes.
you are what you eat, that means he was making the foolish mistake of eating other wooden puppets. I mean, he's like, why am I not a child yet? I understand. Chomps down on the marionette. Come on, Pinocchio. Get smart.
Well, here's the thing. He didn't know that that's what he was doing. He was doing that out of purely a what's the word? A competitive standpoint. He went into Stromboli's shop, was like, wow, I want to be a fucking headliner. So he starts eating all the puppets he has because he's like, this is the only way. If there's no other puppets, he's got to use me.
Yeah. And then Stromboli was like, I will now throw you in a cage. And he was like, I did not expect this plot twist.
And then the only thing left to eat was like the puppet pieces. So like he just got himself into a whole mess right there.
Do you think that Stromboli only eats Stromboli?
He's a human man.
Know it. No. Is he not a pile of Stromboli
with a kind of fake beard on,
sculpted into a facsimile of a human? Here's the thing. From his cage, Pinocchio had to eat other puppets because it was all he could access. All he had to do, tell a few lies. His nose grows super long. He can reach the puppets across the room, reel them back in like a fish, and chow down.
I'm sorry, I typed in Stromboli, and these things look so fucking good.
No wonder he eats
I'm
so
ready
much.
to be made of Stromboli because, my God, these look fucking fantastic. Why have I never eaten a Stromboli before?
Oh my goodness. Wait, what?
I never knew what Stromboli really was. I just knew it was a thing.
Instagram, get ready for another picture because this looks heavenly.
This is what this picture's gonna be, though. Instagram's not gonna see what we just saw on Google Images. They're gonna see a stack of Strombolis next to a picture of Stromboli from Pinocchio. And his massive dentures. Actually, the fact that his teeth are that large and perfect does make me think that they're completely false, which makes me think you're right about him being just Stromboli stacked on
in a
top of
human
each other.
suit.
He's like Oogie Boogie, and like he's actually he's like made of like material. You cut him open and all the Stromboli is gonna spill out.
Oh my God. Oh, I forgot Did you know that he twerks?
What?
He
What?
twerks in
No.
he completely twerks in Pinocchio. There's a gif of it.
Oh my God.
How do I send this to you?
I don't know, but it's required.
It is requirement. I gotta do it.
This episode was like, hello, listeners. We will now exclude you from all of the cool things we're gonna look at.
No, they're just gonna have to go back in time.
Oh God, I've looked it up. I looked up the twerking.
I sent it to you, no?
That ass so juicy.
He's so juicy and voluptuous. Look at all those
got it
Strombolis
going
wiggling
on.
around. Look at that.
Like,
If you want an
Oh
ass,
my
just eat some
God.
Stromboli.
all of a sudden, oh my goodness, like they need that Ursula music, the boom, boom,
Ba-da-bum,
boom,
ba-da-
boom. Like,
No, you know what they need? They need to underscore this to wet ass pussy. With
oh
a
my
bucket
God.
and a mop
No
with a wet
way.
ass pussy.
No way, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It almost looks like he's saying wet ass pussy in this game.
It kind of does.
Wet ass. He definitely says like wet ass. Oh my God.
His lips go into like a puh.
Wet
They
ass.
really do.
It's because he's supposed to be saying Constantinople. God, I can't stop looking at that ass. It is everything I've ever wanted.
Well, now you know what you need to eat.
Oh my.
Stromboli every
Eat
day.
Stromboli and
Oh
you
my
too
God.
can get that ass.
Stromboli has been out here being the biggest snack of a villain, and we never noticed.
Oh my God.
He is snack for two reasons. One, that ass
And
is fat with a PH. And number two, it's because it's made of actual Stromboli.
This has been
Be
the
a
most
big snack.
conspiracy theory-centric episode of all time, and I'm here for it.
This
Oh
is
my
the
God.
most chaotic episode. We made it to episode 20 and we're like, let's unleash our true madness.
Let chaos reign.
You're addicted already. So now you have to listen to the worst of us, but also the best.
So, guys, that's all the ice breaking we did. That's all the ice breaking we can do today because Stromboli has sat upon our ice and broken it with his thick bootay.
His Stromboli stuffed bootay.
Yes. If you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. You can also send us 2 things and we will judge your taste. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag #UbFest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. Let us know anything and everything related to this podcast that you've thought in your brain. Share our podcast with everyone you know and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends.
As always, I've been Ina.
I absolutely hate this.
You've done it again.
I hate this shit. This has ruined me.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Amy, but you stole my line and I just feel...
It's all wrong.
I'm a diva, and this whole episode has been one train wreck since you started this.
Oh my god.
Are we recording this on opposite day?
I'm Butter Lady, and I spread our podcast too thin.
Bye.
That was chaos incarnate, and I loved it.